Live from Rhinelander, this is Newswatch 12 Weekends. The Northwood's best news. News from where you live starts now.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Caridisu. Meteorologist Devin Biggs joins us now with a glimpse at our forecast. And well, Devin, it's rather unpleasant weather, some might say, outside and going into tonight, which people know.
Yeah, I stepped outside a little while ago when things are starting to freeze up in the trees. Our snowboard actually has ice on it, and roadways are starting to get a little messy out there as well. There's still some cars out and about, so if you are going to be out, I would highly discourage that, in my honest opinion. But otherwise, again, just be smart. If you do have to be out, look closely at the lamp right here. That is icicles starting to form on that lamp there, and that with the wind will not be really good for any power lines or trees. That may cause some power lines to come down as you add the weight of the ice and of course the wind causing issues as well. Now the road conditions, that's the other main issue. According to 511 Wisconsin, we're now officially considered partially covered across anywhere you see this pink, and I think we're just getting started. I'm sure we'll start seeing some blue on this map rather soon. If you're south of that, everything looking pretty good at this point. Advisories are posted. This right here is an ice storm warning. It's been a while since we've had one of these, and we have one at least through 7 p.m. Sunday evening, and it kicked in earlier this afternoon. Winter storm warnings to the north, not only because of ice, but some snowfall that is expected too. Meanwhile, it's all building in. We have the rain, we have the freezing rain, we have the sleet, some snow to the north, and thunderstorms off to the west, so a mixture of everything taking place right now. Temperatures are starting to fall below freezing. That's not good news, as that's going to allow roadways to start freezing up. Your forecast moving forward showing temperatures overall pretty stable, falling into the upper 20s overnight. Austin?
Thanks, Devin. And the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office has made an arrest after an extensive investigation into a shooting incident on February 7th at Ecstasy Golf Course in Gleason. The incident resulted in a Gleason area man being hospitalized in critical condition. Lincoln County investigators worked with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and the Gibson County Sheriff's Office in Tennessee to put the case together. The information learned from the investigation was then provided to the Lincoln County District Attorney's Office. The District Attorney's Office believed probable cause existed for felony criminal charges, and subsequently a nationwide arrest warrant was issued by Lincoln County Judge Bain Allison. On March 17, 2025, 27-year-old Bobby D. Dabbs of Trenton, Tennessee, was taken into custody by local law enforcement. Dabbs was extradited to Lincoln County Jail, where he is expected to make an initial appearance in court on Monday. And a small plane has crashed in a Minneapolis suburb. Witnesses in Brooklyn Park say shortly after noon they saw the plane crash into a home in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, and start a fire. This house was fully engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived. Officials in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota say there were no survivors in the plane. However, the occupants of the home are safe, but officials could not specify if those occupants exited the home crash before or after the crash. The FAA says the plane had taken off from Des Moines International Airport in Iowa and was headed to the Anoka County Blaine Airport in the Minneapolis area when it crashed in the suburb. Officials are working with the FAA and NTSB to investigate a probable cause of the crash. And the U.S. economy remained relatively solid in February. According to the latest information from the Commerce Department, consumer spending rose by 0.4% in February. The data also shows the personal consumption expenditures price index increased 2.5% from last month from a year ago. However, some economists are warning things could change in the near future. They say the Trump administration's new tariffs on auto imports and other levies could result in higher prices overall. And according to a new survey, Americans are more worried about rising unemployment than they've been in over 15 years. The University of Michigan released its latest survey Friday. It found consumers' sentiment tanked 12% 8% this month. Respondents blamed President Trump's erratic trade war for their concerns. The survey's director said 2/3 of consumers expect unemployment to rise in the year ahead, the highest reading since 2009. Those worries come on top of increasing fears of higher inflation, with Trump set to announce a sweeping spate of tariffs in a few days. And mass layoffs are coming for the Department of Veteran Affairs. The VA secretary has said the department is looking at laying off about 80,000 employees to increase efficiency. Leo Waldman has more.
The veterans just aren't going to get taken care of the way they should be.
Fears are mounting for Veterans Affairs employees and their union representation, American Federation of Government Employees, over sweeping layoffs planned for the department. Veteran Affairs Secretary Doug Collins says the VA is aiming to cut its staff by some 80,000, about 17% of its workforce.
Money and people are not the issue. So what we're looking at here is, are we spending, the money properly, and are we having the right amount of employees, or do we have just too much bureaucracy?
According to an internal memo obtained by CNN earlier this month, reduction in force and reorganization plans will be submitted by April 13th and revealed in June when cuts will begin. Jonathan Geller, the vice president of an AFGE branch in New York, worries about the impact on veterans they help.
This is going to affect all patient care as a whole. I mean, from the call centers, from eligibility to benefits, to the crisis line, to member services lines.
Erica Alexander is a crisis responder on the Veterans Crisis Hotline. She believes layoffs will leave veterans without critical safety nets and mental health support.
I think it's going to be hard to make sure that no calls go unanswered.
They gave so much for their country, but Geller worries the country won't be able to give back to them.
This was a promise. We promised these men and women to care for them.
In New York, I'm Lee Waldman.
And an end of winter pond skim event had people flooding to Rib Mountain today. We'll share all the fun festivities coming up after weather with Devin when we come back.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale and get free carpet installation. That's right, free carpet installation for one room or the entire house. Only at Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale.
Our prices will floor you.
A criminal illegal gang member abused a child here in Wisconsin. Now, President Trump's fighting back. But a liberal judge ordered deportation flights to be turned around. We don't need another liberal judge. We need Brad Schimmel, a judge and prosecutor backed by law enforcement. Schimmel protected victims and safeguarded kids. Tough on crime, unwavering in justice. Vote Brad Schimmel on April 1st. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Attention, please. The final days of Truck Month have arrived.
Morgan, light it up.
On it! This is like a movie.
Okay, everyone. Time is running out for our best deals on Ranger and Maverick and America's best-selling trucks for 48 years, Ford F-Series.
During the final days, get a F-150 with 2.9% APR for 72 months plus 1,000 trade assist cash, or lease a STX Super Crew for $379 a month for 36 months.
Look at how soft your towels are, Grandma.
Soft water really helps with that, and the soap savings really adds up. Did you know that it's less expensive to heat soft water than it is hard water?
Wow, that's great savings and good for the environment. Having good water does make a big difference in our family.
Speaking of family, look who it is.
Any service tech servicing your water equipment, call us at Maher's today.
What? No peanut butter and jelly sandwich today?
Maher Water, 888-796-2437.
Breaking news tonight, President Donald Trump is officially weighing in. Trump has endorsed Brad Schimmel in the race for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Trump called the election, quote, very important, and Trump's right.
If we elect Susan Crawford to the Supreme Court, none of the good that he's trying to do nationally will trickle down to Wisconsin. I think the stakes have never been higher.
That's Trump's message to Wisconsin. This election is so important. Please get out and vote for Wisconsin's Brad Schimmel.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale and get free carpet installation. That's right, free carpet installation for one room or the entire house. Only at Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale.
Our prices will floor you.
All right. right, welcome back. The calm before the storm has definitely ended, as we have now our ice storm that has entered into our neck of the woods. Travel still moving along across parts of Highway 51. At the moment, fortunately, not many people out, and that is a good thing, as roadways will continue to deteriorate overnight. Meanwhile, let's check out downtown Rhinelander. There's still some cars out and about, but of course, with the rain now falling and temperatures falling below freezing, we are going to start seeing some more ice on the roadways. We're seeing some of that ice aloft. You can actually see it with this lamppost here that's wobbling there. That's a little bit of ice starting to build up there. Now, of course, roadways not great, according to 511 Wisconsin. Partially covered across most of our viewing area, and I'm sure we'll start seeing some blue, which would indicate completely covered, coming up rather soon as things continue to get rather bad. But for now, we do also have those advisories posted because of this ice storm. Ice storm warnings are posted until 7 p.m. Sunday evening. They kicked in earlier this afternoon with things starting to move in. Winter storm warnings to the north, as snowfall will be an issue in these areas too, on top of a little bit of ice. Winter weather advisories up for parts of Clark and Adams County, just to name a couple areas. The radar is colorful. What don't we have at this point, right? We have the freezing rain that's definitely falling out there, maybe some sleet in a few spots as well. Normal rain in some spots, and then some snow to the north. And look off toward the west in Minnesota. You see lightning bolts there. Yes, we do have some showers and even some thunderstorms that's taking place in Minnesota, tracking to the north and east. We could see some frozen thunderstorms passing through tonight as these storms enter in some of that colder air. So whether it's sleet or freezing rain, we could see some rumbles of thunder, or hear some rumble of thunder, and see some lightning with this too as it tracks off to the north and east. Definitely a rare setup that we are seeing with all this frozen precipitation and now even some lightning over in parts of Minnesota. Now, otherwise, there's active weather on top of not only us, but across the southern parts of the U.S., where severe thunderstorm watches and tornado watches are posted. A very dynamic system that is really set up across a good part of the country. Now for us, all this frozen precipitation will continue overnight tonight and also in the parts of your Sunday. Yes, maybe some rumbles of thunder overnight tonight. Here we are Sunday morning at around 9 a.m. The freezing rain continues, maybe some sleet and maybe some normal rain trying to mix in. The key is going to be the temperatures, and I think we'll be below freezing as we head towards Sunday morning. As we head towards Sunday afternoon, maybe barely, and I mean barely, getting above freezing. And then we cool off by Sunday evening as a cold front passes through, and that will switch things over to some snow for a short time. We push that through. The clouds linger until about late Monday morning into the afternoon before the clouds finally begin to break up and reveal some sunshine. But for now, as we talk about this, here's the ice accumulation potential between now and as we head towards 9 to 10 a.m. This might be overdoing it just a bit, but still, it's not totally off. Maybe a ½ inch to 8/10 of an inch of ice, not out of the question for some spots before we're all finished up. And we could add a little bit more as we head towards late Sunday afternoon before things start to switch over to snow and eventually end. And here's a snow side of this, maybe a couple inches to the south, maybe 2 to 4, maybe even up to 5 inches farther off towards the north as well. And for those interested in the UP, look at this, maybe getting close to 10 inches in a few spots as this all continues. But otherwise, again, there's that storm mentioned too. Some rumbles of thunder possible overnight tonight and the parts of Sunday morning. Nothing severe. This is considered non-severe, but we will still have some showers and storms on top of the frozen precipitation that will be passing through tonight and the parts of tomorrow morning. Temperatures are key here. We are in the lower 30s right now and now below freezing across parts of the Northwoods, so it's starting to freeze up out there, so caution definitely encouraged. But your forecast coming up for tonight, as we're showing upper 20s, rain, freezing rain, sleet and snow, and yes, thunder possible. Northeast wind at around 25 miles per hour. For your Sunday, lower 30s, and I mean barely getting above freezing. Rain, freezing rain, sleet and snow. Again, thunder possible. Northeast wind at around 25 miles per hour. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. We're dry Monday into Tuesday before another chance for a wintry mix Wednesday that will transition to rain, so not as bad as this current system. Then a little bit more rain by next Saturday. Austin?
Thanks, Devin. And Granite Peak Ski Area partnered with the Bone and Joint Orthopedic Clinic of Wausau for an end-of-winter pond skim at Rib Mountain. Our own Jake Forrest stopped by the event and has the story.
It is the snorkeler.
It's a great event, a great way to bring the Wausau community together.
It was an impressive showing on Rib Mountain Saturday for the Bone and Joint Pond Skim. Skiers flew down the hill and attempted to glide fully across the water while dressed in various costumes. Joe Steiner, who dressed as Hulk Hogan, said this was his best pond skim yet as he made it fully across the pond.
It's my first year making it across, so it was good. Last 2 years, first year was a big splash competition. The second year ran out of steam. This year it was full speed.
And it can be challenging to cross the entire pond. Many skiers were only able to get about halfway, but Steiner had a simple formula for getting across.
It was full speed, sit back, go fast, full send.
Steiner said it was great to see participants of all ages and thanked the Wausau community for such a great turnout at the event.
Got to give a shout out to our sponsors, Bone and Joint, and a lot of fun doing this. We stayed dry this year, so it was fun.
In Wausau, I'm Jake Force, Newswatch 12.
At Wausau Furniture, we want you to save. During the month of April, we will pay the sales tax, and there's no purchase limit. Whether in stock or special order, you save because we are paying the sales tax. Stop in soon at Wausau Furniture.
Judges should keep our neighborhoods safe, but Judge Brad Schimmel let child sex predators off easy. Schimmel offered a plea deal to a pedophile after his defense attorney gave Schimmel $5,000 in campaign donations, and Schimmel pushed to dismiss a child sex abuse charge for a child molester, calling it a sweet bargain, only to have the pedophile assault another innocent child. Brad Schimmel, a sweet bargain for criminals, but a bad deal for Wisconsin families, and too extreme for the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
At U.S. Cellular, we're celebrating our customers, like JP here. It's a special event. Us days.
Yeah, we get special rewards and exclusive deals, and it's only for U.S. Cellular customers. It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Us days at U.S. Cellular. Right now, our customers can get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
At People's State Bank, we think checking accounts are like SUVs, driving your day-to-day finances wherever life takes you. That's why we offer more features to fuel your lifestyle, like mobile wallet and an app for when you're on the go, and debit card security to protect you from hazards like fraud. If you like horsepower, our Super Saver and interest-bearing checking accounts add an extra boost. The best part? You can open an account without leaving your driveway. Just visit bankpeoples.com today.
At Wausau Furniture, we want you to save. During the month of April, we will pay the sales tax, and there's no purchase limit. Whether in stock or special order, you save because we are paying the sales tax. Stop in soon at Wausau Furniture.
Coming up on Newswatch 12 today, we'll have your weekly winner of the Mugshot Monday contest.
And your full Weather Watch 12 forecast coming up on your Monday from 5 to 7 a.m.
And people in the United States are moving a lot less frequently than they used to. According to Redfin, the average homeowner stays in the same home for 11.8 years. In 2005, it was just 6.5 years. But that number can vary significantly. The reason why are pretty simple. Homeowners with low-interest mortgages don't want to take on new loans with higher rates to purchase another home. But if you buy a new one, it resets to current values and you can end up paying way more money in taxes. And some AT&T customers will be paying a little more for service. The carrier announced it will soon trim its monthly auto pay discount. Starting April 24th, the rebate will go down to $5, half of what it was before. The discount ends altogether for those enrolled with a credit card that isn't the AT&T Points Plus card. There is an exception. The $10 rebate will remain for customers enrolled with a bank account. Analysts say this move is being made to try to encourage people to sign up with a bank account in order to avoid potential credit card processing fees. We'll have more coming up after the break.
Growing up in Chippewa Falls, we had some tough times.
My little sister was born with special needs, so I became her protector. And when my dad was laid off, we all had to step up. Along the way, I learned a lot about hard work, common sense, and most of all, what it means to look out for people. I'm Susan Crawford, and looking out for people is why I became a prosecutor and a judge. And I'm asking for your vote.
Everyone deserves the opportunity to reach their full potential. Discover how to live life to the fullest with Thinkability Wisconsin, a resource hub that empowers people with disabilities throughout their lives. An opportunity can make all the difference. And it all starts when you say yes. Call or visit the website to get help from a Thinkability Navigator today.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources now. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org.
Brenda Renetti with the populist daddies and the king and the queen of the prom. Riding around with the car top down on the radio on. I remember when rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun. Holding hands and skimming stones.
Day 3 of the Danny Mac Softball Classic tournament took place at the Hodag Dome with several local teams in action. After taking down Clinton last night, the Stratford Tigers started off Day 3 looking to get to 2-0, taking on Watoma. So let's see who would start off Day 3 right and pick up a win. Let's start in the first inning, 1-0 Tigers. 2 on for Gracie Schmidt. She slaps this one into right field. That'll get through for a base hit. Both runners going to come in to score, and the Tigers grab a 3-0 lead. Now let's go to the third inning. Tigers threatening again. Gracie Cromwell hits a liner towards third. That's going to be caught by Kendall Gusky. She steps on the bag for a big double play. Now to the 7th inning. Tria Tubbs looking to close this one. She delivers a pitch that's grounded to short. Dakota Netter fires to first. That'll do it. Tigers take game 1 by a final of 10-4. Let's go to game 2 as Clinton takes on Edgar. We pick it up in the first inning. Bases loaded for Georgia Netter. She drives this one to deep center field. This one's going to drop, bounce against the wall, and would clear the bases as Edgar has a big first inning. Later in the inning, and the Wildcats are looking for more. Allison Colano hits this one to center field, but Gabby Winch makes the great diving catch to end the threat. Let's jump ahead to the second inning. 2 on. For Gracie Yonker, she drives this one to deep center field. Forget about that one. Long gone for a 3-run home run. Wildcats take this one 12-9. And later in the day, Stratford took on Shawano in the bracket championship game. Let's go to the first inning. Emma Roper at the plate, 2 on. She chops this one to third base. That'll get through for a base hit. 2 runs will come into the score as the Tigers once again jumping out quick. Now it's Tria Tubbs' turn at the plate. She smokes this one into right field for a base hit, and the Stratford offense rolling early. Later in the game, Gracie Schmidt, 2 runners on. She's going to hit this one towards shortstop. Ball's going to get through for a base hit. That would bring home 2 more runs. Stratford opened a 4-0 lead, and they would roll as the Tigers win it 11-2. And to wrap up the day, Phillips taking on Rhinelander. Loggers get started with a base hit up the middle. That's going to bring in a run, and it is 1-0 Phillips. Back come the Hodag. Sage Mutter with the base hit up the middle. That's going to bring in a run as Rhinelander would score 4 times in the first inning. Let's jump ahead to the second inning. Caden Taylor with 2 outs going to ground one off of a glove. It's going to end up being a bang-bang play at first, but she beats it out for the RBI single. Later in the inning, Kendall Varney, a freshman, she gets a hold of one to deep right. That's going to fall and bounce over the wall for a 2-run ground rule double. Rhinelander goes on to win this one 15-5. The Milwaukee Brewers returned to the diamond today after a day off yesterday as they once again took on the New York Yankees. The Brewers sent Nestor Cortez to the mound in his Milwaukee debut after being acquired from the Yankees in the Devin Williams trade this past offseason.
Does he have any?
First pitch of the game, Cortez throws to Paul Goldschmidt, and this one is going to be hit to deep left field. That one is gone, and it is 1-0 Yankees, and they were just getting started in the Bronx. Second pitch of the game, Cody Bellinger, that one to deep right field. That one not coming back. 2 pitches, 2 home runs, 2-0 Yankees. Third pitch of the game, Aaron Judge to left field. 3 pitches, and the Yankees go back to back to back, and it is 3-0 in a blink. And it just did not stop there. Judge in the third inning with the bases loaded to left field again. His second home run of the day. He would hit 3 of them. The Yankees would hit 9 homers as a team, and they win this one 20-9. We'll be right back after the break.
It is so much fun.
Hi, we're Tim and Judy from Tomahawk Monument Company.
When we want the forecast for Tomahawk, we go to WJFW.com and check our hometown weather.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
Taxes can play a significant role in retirement. After all, they determine how much of your hard-earned savings you get to keep and how much you send to the IRS. But if you're like many savers, you probably don't know the total taxes that you could end up paying. At Bushka Retirement Solutions, we believe information is critical to making informed decisions. So I want to share with you a resource that can help quickly evaluate your potential taxes in retirement. Visit BushkaRetirementTaxBill.com to generate your personalized report. And once you've seen your retirement tax bill, let's talk, because there may be ways to improve those numbers.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, and Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
You work hard to put a roof over your head, and Overhead Solutions works hard to be the first choice as a trusted partner to help protect your investment. Our team doesn't just repair and replace roofs, we install peace of mind. With years of experience and a passion for excellence, we are here to provide top quality roofing solutions tailored to your needs. Let us be your local and trusted partner. Call us today for a free estimate.
We all have a friend who loves the McDonald's hot, crispy Filet-O-Fish. My friend, you could be that friend.
Hurry in and get 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Join the conversation when you're on the go. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date. Newswatch 12, from where you live.
Alrighty, I just took a look outside, and it is getting slippery outside too. So if you can stay in, please do. It's getting rather dangerous. And your next 7 days is definitely showing some improvement, but we have to wait until Monday to Tuesday for that to happen.
Yeah, well, we just want to be careful. It's perfect night to throw on a movie.
Yeah, stay inside.
Yeah, that's all the time we have tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Being injured in an auto accident can be life-changing.
That's why you need top-rated legal representation. You don't need to go to a big city to find the best personal injury attorney. You have Bremer & Trollope who can help you right here in your hometown.
We're honored to be recognized by our peers as top-rated personal injury attorneys and can help you navigate the most complex of cases.
If you've been injured, call Bremer & Trollope Law Offices.